Welcome to this week's Walthers Showroom Update. I'm Zach, and just a few weeks ago we had the National Trade Show where Walthers made 7 big product announcements. If you watched last week's episode, we had 2 of those profiled there. We had the UPS theme with Cornerstone Buildings, the Seamaster vehicles, and then we also had the Walthers Layout Control System. So today I'm going to show you some of the rest. We've got 4 brand new tooled cars. We've got the WalthersProto Jordan Spreader, 3 brand new mainline cars, including the 40-foot Thrall well car. We've got the 50-foot mechanical reefer, and then we've also got the 3281 covered hopper. I've got pre-production samples here to show you. We're going to ogle all over them. We're going to check them out. Let's get right to it. All right, so the first car that I've got to show you is the all-new Thrall rebuilt 40-foot well car. This is Walthers' mainline car, and you'll have to excuse the model. It's a pre-production sample, but it got really beat up on its way to and from the show. So anyways, this car is one that started out its life as a 48-foot well car. And then it went through a rebuilding program starting in 2003 to shorten them down to the 40-foot versions you see on the rails today. It's a pre-production model, but the body of the model is made out of heavy die-cast metal. It gives it substantial weight. It's got reliable rolling performance. And the molded-on details, including the brake piping, the brake rods, with the chains, they're all designed and executed in fine detail. So we're using separately applied parts for the deck-mounted brake detail, the walkways, the IBC storage boxes. And it's a model that's going to provide an accurate but affordable car for modern consists. Next up is the Trinity 3281 two-bay covered hopper. This is a car that's been used over the last 2 decades throughout the United States, hauling heavy material loads like bentonite, cement, other aggregate, quite often frac sand. Actually, it's used quite a bit in frac sand use. The prototype for the model is a later production build with 7 side panels, which has 2 narrow, 5 large. And although the body is brown, we're going to try to zoom in here and see if we can capture the panel configuration on film. Hopefully that's showing up for you there at home. So this is a car that received very strong reactions from modelers at the National Trade Show booth. They're very excited about it. It's a very common car that appears both in normal freight consists and also in unit trains. You can see that the model features separately applied parts for the brake gear, the ladder cages on the end, the discharge gates, and the inlet hatches on the underbody. It's a very nice looking model. All right, item number 3 of 3 for our newly tooled Walthers mainline cars is a 50-foot exterior post mechanical reefer that's based on a CB&Q built prototype. From the 1960s through the early 2000s, cars like these were in service on a number of different railroads. The model matches all the prototype dimensions of that Havelock Shops built reefer. It's got late improved dreadnought ends and a diagonal panel roof. It's a separately applied exhaust stack, a finely detailed plug door, and on the AN side, you can see the various refrigerator inlet and outlet grills. One other telltale feature, the fuel tanks are very visible from either side of this car. Overall, it's a very good looking unit. Okay, this is a treat. Our all-new WalthersProto Jordan Spreader is one fascinating model. For more than a decade, I've reviewed new product suggestions that have come in from modelers all over the world, and this is probably one of the most requested items in the last 10 years. To be abundantly clear, this new Jordan Spreader model has nothing in common with the prior version of the Walthers car that we produced. It's an all-new tool from the ground up based on the Model 2-200 spreader, ditcher, snowplow used by dozens of railroads over the last century. The model varies per road with either horizontal or vertical air reservoir mounting, one of 3 different headlight styles, horn positioning, and runs on either 70-ton roller bearing or Bettendorf trucks. My favorite feature, this model is built with a durable metal hinge where necessary to allow the wings and the mold boards to be positioned in raised or lowered position. It's very cool. Of course, WalthersProto, there's factory applied wire grabs, sin seal steps, and the trademark smooth rolling metal axles and wheels. If you're a fan of our previously produced Russell snowplow, then you're sure to be pleased with this new maintenance of way machine for yourself. All right, so all 4 of these cars are brand new tools. We're very excited about them. The next 6 to 12 months, you're gonna be seeing a lot more information. So keep your eyes on Walthers.com. You can check with your local hobby shop to place pre-orders. We're accepting pre-orders right now. And definitely keep your eyes open. We're gonna be having a lot more information about these cars soon. So that's our show for this week. Thank you for joining me. Come back in 2 more weeks. We're going to have some brand new Seamaster flocking. We're going to do a demonstration of applying that to an open space for laying some groundwork for your layout.